Okay, so you see, we're setting up the gun, the flashes there. This is the training wheels off. We are practicing a little bit head out of the box things. It was Dassen on Discord who said this is a good practice, and I agree. I wanted to try it. I did this type of thing on Kano 2, like a year ago before Kilo was printed, the books was banned. Where I played Tunic only and no Wildfire. And it upped the tempo game a lot. So I played like 10 games today like this. Dude, it's so much fun. It's it's a lot different. Because I have to admit I started to be quite tunneled into just speed cycling into Gun Flash and looking for a combo. But of course this deck that does like way more than that. So we're looking to, just play overall powerful turns. Lightning Grid is probably just gonna be action point fixes or blast Oblivion combos type of thing. So here we know we also need to play a little more cautious and better into our opponent and really like deny what they like to do if we can do that. So here now I'm gonna be drawing quite a lot of cards. This was a little um experience kind of type line. I don't think this was very good line to be fair. Just cycling bunch of cards. I could have been able to play around the shock and reset the CLVs and draw a bunch. But now this was also a little dubious, but I wanted to try because we were doing all this in reaction steps with the instance. So then sync below technically is like an instant to in a reaction step. So you can do like cool layers like this. I think it was fun to try this, but yeah. The first turn would have been quite powerful turn on its own right, but here we go, just 3. Opponent is on AP1. We're able to draw 2 cards, hoping like a sigil and an arsenal card. Wow. Yeah, so we get sigil and blast. That's pretty good considering we can give 1 CLV around. And we can also get back the sigil of brilliance to look to combo. Oh yeah, this hand has a little issue here, right here. A little issue. But our opponent is very, very bricked here, which is a good thing. And now here I go in a little bit of the tank because I have an option to block with brilliance and fix the discharge and do a blast combo here. But I don't know if it's like enough taking down the lives of Aurora. And if I happen to lose the tempo again and break, it's probably not very good. So denying my opponent getting the arsenal, I think is good choice here. Thinking on what I should AB with, but this shockwave is also fused, so can do kind of clean block here. And now we can reset the CLV here, go in discharge, then send the blast and seal the channel lightning valley back to hand. Yeah, I don't like. I could cycle Sigil of Solace, but I don't quite like it because there's nothing to draw for that really, and I do want the life buffer in this matchup, especially when I don't have the counter flashes in my deck. So and that is not a bad draw. I can reset the channel lightning valley, and then just RSL the etchings. So I'm checking here also the math all the time, like how my hands will like sculpt the B mathematically. And now they melt burn up shock with AB1. Yeah, we get to do all these fun tricks. You sort of have to do all these edges. And I don't actually know if playing this brilliance is a correct choice from me in here. Because the AB1 would get them anyway. They have AB1. So just do 2 damage base with the null shock would be plenty enough. And they reverted because they were like, huh? Because they lose the AP, they didn't realize they lose the action point. And I think it probably would have been better to just keep the brilliance for my own hand. Because it looks like I am playing the glyph here. Just a little more damage. Ask for a card. Maybe put it back in deck. But I do like having 1 brilliance down. Now we can go here. Good draw was fixed. This is actually better than it was with brilliance, but yeah, just deck fixing my error because it was guaranteed the line thing. Yeah. A little unfortunate draw, but I will keep that in my hand because I should be drawing quite a few of attacks soon. And this hand, by the way, this hand is really beautiful. My love for Eclectic is huge. My opponent is just sending vanilla damage here. I am so far ahead in this game right now. Because they bricked 1 turn. And I was able to block 1 turn and then just completely negate their 1 turn with the null shock card. So now I can do Eclectic, pitching Sigil of Lightning, and then put down Channel Lightning Valley. Press and draw a card. See what I get and shoot the etchings. This is also one of my favorite hands. Man, I love Eclectic a lot. I'm thinking if I should use the Tunic counter, but if there was no Valley, I think using Tunic would have been it. Of course, depends on what the card would be instead of Channel Lightning Valley. But the thing too with these games with no gun flash is that I am playing a lot more around keeping Channel Lightning Valley around, which I think I should adapt to because there is like a lot of overlapping power sides and snowballs of auxiliary hands that you can do. So I guess it's like sort of just hard and easy. It's like hard to pilot whatever you should be piloting, the way you should be piloting. And it's kind of like easy to just fall into tunneling in a gun and a flashing combo, right? But yeah, as if you play like this, you realize there is just so much more for Auxilia to be able to offer. Here I just decided to take it. The burn up shock 0 for 5. Kind of like they would send Rebel +1 damage. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'll kill my opponent back here, and I don't even need to use boots here either, which is pretty nice. So I can do many draws in this turn. And I don't know what the fuck is my opponent saving the equipment blocks for. Oh yeah, this was the somersault here, which was correctly played in the damage step. Nice to see. Rules of jump scare. Did also like My appreciation of Null Shock card. That is so good. That card. Also appreciation for the arcane, but unfortunately you can't play like more arcane because then it starts to break. I'm at my wit's end with 11, to be fair. Pretty cool draws, right? And then we just blink for the action point. And then we can also shock to get brilliance back. And then probably Arsenal the card drawn from brilliance, right? And play down conductivity and the brilliance. Everything in response. Yeah, 12 from the shock, right? No boots, no flash of brilliance used. You see this, like, these values again. Let's take a look at these values. This was the funny thing with the null shock on the lightning press, which ended up not being a good thing. This was the complete negate of my opponent's turn, and I kind of did nothing back. But yeah, yeah. Otherwise, these values and not using boots, that's pretty crazy. Let me tell y'all. This is just part one. All right, this is just part one. I got a lot of games coming without playing Cannon of Flash, and I hope this. I hope you also take this challenge to do it yourself too. It's really fun. It's really fun, and it teaches you a lot about the deck more, what you can do without Cannon of Flash. And when you put them back, that's like taking the training wheels off on the training ways off, like in Dragon Ball or something. Then, anyways, hope that was a funny video. See y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think. Yeah.